It was not the pyramid itself. It was not the location itself. It was an object that was created, was referred to it as man-made creation. The artifact itself is a stone chair, and it's carved out of the stone that actually exists at the site. That the location and the type of stone actually is really important for this specific object to do what it's been programmed, in a sense, to do. So we ended up looking at the origin of it. We ended up looking at who created it. Because of what we're describing as something that's so far outside of, say, our kin, or outside of my vocabulary of understanding of how something like this could be made, the only thing I'm really left with is metaphor. The descriptions we have about how this particular artifact was manufactured is that it was born, that this thing has an intelligence that's associated with it. And it's a consciousness that when someone interacts with the artifact, kind of turns on, if you will, an artificial intelligence to assist the individual as they're interacting with the artifact. The thing actually can become self-aware when someone's interacting with it. And it also facilitates the safe use of this particular artifact, as well as interacting with some other life forms that end up showing up at the site if it's used in a certain way. And so it seems that this artifact has a lot of different purposes. If I were to put a name on what this thing is and what it does, what we've described when, for example, I've looked at what would happen if I were to sit in that chair, what happens? Or what would happen if just someone else, say just an everyday person, were to sit in the chair? The closest that I know to describe what this thing is in my vocabulary is an ascension chair. Is that this is something that transforms the individual, both their consciousness and potentially, depending on the individual, their physical body at the same time. Really what we're dealing with here, the most significant presently undiscovered artifact in North America, is an exotic transformation device. It's something that once you interact with it, it allows you, it does a couple of things, but the first thing it does is it apparently shows you all of your past lives. It removes, we described that in the work as a fog. It's memories that have been lost. That's the very first thing it does. And it shows you all this information that's been lost to you. It re-shows you that. The second thing it does is it shows you who you are in truth. It shows you the aspect of yourself, the higher self. It shows you very, very clearly what that is and the extent of what that is. Now, probably the descriptions in remote viewing work, the closest we have